Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jason, Casey's husband. Casey normally does the videoing, the editing, everything basically, the filming. And tonight I just wanted to go out there and kind of show you things from my perspective. It's an amazing night, everything looks great, so I figured why not? So let's go check it out. Looks like the kids are gonna go for a little bike ride, huh Lana? Gonna go for a little bike ride? All right, it's a perfect night for that. Well, we'll start right over here. So Casey did have peas planted here, and those expired. We ate all those, and so she's got some new stuff planted here that will take full effect come fall time, which will be perfect because I'm sure she's mentioned, but we've got Better Homes and Gardens coming here this September, and they're going to be shooting for their Halloween magazine that will be coming out next Halloween, not this Halloween, because they'll be here shooting at them, but we're really excited about that. All right, so as we come back into the this area we added last year, we kind of expanded to the back. We brought in the science shed here. We got a bunch of these trees planted. Whoop, I'm backing up into the apple tree here. So I can't wait to one day be able to come out here and pick an apple off of this tree and eat that. That is going to be awesome. I mean, I love doing that with the strawberries, the raspberries, the peas, the beans, you name it. But the apple, I mean, that's going to be bigger than all of them. That's going to be like the crown jewel. So the rock gardens look really cool. I love the colorful celosia that are in here. These are just, to me, they're kind of like little purple explosions. They're tall and they've all got their little cluster to them. And the butterflies love this. Hummingbirds like it too. But yeah, this is kind of our wildish area. So this is where we had lots of wildflowers. You can see they've kind of settled down for this year, and we'll probably get another new color that'll pop up in their place. But so this is from the back, looking towards the house, and here comes Casey. She's got to come check on me to make sure that I'm doing the video properly. Yeah, I like this view back here. When I come sit out here, I like to sit here, and I'll show you what the view is like looking behind me, because we've got the field there, and hey hon, we've got the field there, and it's just nice and open. You get the beauty of the gardens and the flowers and everything that we've planted, but then you get the natural waterway and all of the bugs and the birds that call that home, and it's an orchestra of beautiful noise. So this is where we started here, where the peas were. Now over here we've got some taller celosia, and we've got our I can refer to Casey. I'm thankful she's out here now. So this is the I'll try to say it without asking you, but this is what I would say, the Viensa verbena. Okay. Okay. What was that again? Bonariensis. Verbena bonariensis. Okay. So yeah, we were just talking about those and how beautiful that is. It's just like all those little purple clusters are just floating in the air is what it looks like.
And the monarchs too.
The monarchs, yeah. Yep, the butterflies love that. It's the number one plant they're attracted to. And we've got one of Casey's beautiful planters here. This is where we'll often sit at night in the mornings, and this is kind of what I was talking about. And because the kids, well, he's not a kid. That's one of my brother-in-laws. but the kids, when they're riding bikes in here, we like to just sit up here and we can enjoy look at all of that. We can enjoy everything, including watching them on their bikes. And so I'm not gonna film too heavy over by the kids areas because Casey just said that she did that, and we don't want to overload you with, you know, showing you the same thing over and over. But she
I
did.
don't think you could overload them with those beautiful gardens.
That's true. That's true. But she did recommend the zinnia garden here next to the cut wood, and yeah, that is. I mean, look at those colors. Definitely
They're awesome. Those are the Dreamlands.
Dreamland zinnias. Yeah, that is a beautiful raised bed.
And there's red cabbage in there.
Yep, right on the end there.
All
Right there?
three along that side.
Oh, okay. I'll come around to that side.
It's
And
got onions planted around it. And then there's peppers because it's in a zigzag pattern, the zinnia.
oh, okay. Well, let's get a closer look with that. All right, so I can see one of the pepper plants here. Oh, yep. There we go. Look at that.
Yep. So these were labeled lunchbox
Mm-hmm.
peppers.
But
they're
it didn't look
looking-
like a lunchbox.
No. So I'm not letting the kids over here. I haven't told them that we've even got peppers over here because I don't want them to get like hot mouth.
I'll have to test those out
here.
then.
Over here. And then it's like these are supposed to be lunchbox, but they look like jalapenos. So I'm a little worried about those
Oh, yeah,
as well.
look at there's the.
But they're
Yeah,
looking like
I agree.
jalapenos, so I'm a little worried.
They do look like jalapenos.
And we didn't seed our own pepper plants this year. We did last year, but this year we didn't. And so I couldn't resist getting in on this video.
I told you. That's what I said when I saw you coming outside. I'm like, she's coming to check on me, make sure I'm doing everything okay.
No, you're so good at this. And Jason's learned so much throughout the years. He's just as good. So these peppers over here then is what I wanted to quickly talk about. When you do buy pepper plants, a lot of times, it's not so much the place where you got them that did the wrong tagging. A lot of times it's people switching them. So for example, these peppers come in a 4-pack, and sometimes people don't want 4 of them, so they'll switch 2 of these plants with 2 other types of peppers from a different 4-pack and mix them together, and then someone's left with jalapenos in lunchbox. Yeah, so it's like $1.49 for 4 plants. Just pay it, cheapos, and give 2 to your neighbors if you don't want them. Come on. The first year I didn't seed our own peppers, but that's okay. That's all right. Luckily, Jason likes hotness.
I do.
But this dill right here just reseeded on its own, and it's little areas like this that just always make me happy because I just let them kind of come in because look how cute they are just popping up out of there out of nowhere. And I just seeded my second round of dill over in the other bed, right where the potatoes were. Right where the potatoes were over there. So, and it won't be done. Yeah, way back there. It won't be done in time for the pickles out there, I don't think. So at least I've got some kind of around the garden still to use for when we, pickle those cucumbers. So yeah, okay. I'll give it to Jason. Sorry.
All right, one more look here at the zinnia. The zinnia, pepper, dill, and cabbage bed. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Love those colors. Love how the cabbage are just placed, one at the end, one at the middle, another one at the end, and then you've got the zinnias that are, kind of growing around it.
Yeah, the zinnias. I'm back.
She just couldn't resist, could she?
The zinnias are in that zigzag pattern that I shared about a year ago, I think. But I just love using the Dreamlands for that zigzag pattern because they're perfect to intermix with edibles because they only get about 12 to 14 inches and they don't overtake. And look at how gorgeous their blooms are. For that height of a zinnia to have this large of a flower on it, I mean, that's just absolutely stunning, and you really can't go wrong because you can intermix anything really with them. So
Right.
if you're looking for a colorful garden and don't know what to start with, Dreamland zinnias would be a great one. They're sometimes hard to find at garden centers. They're very easy to seed your own, but I do get mine at my family's garden center, Wayne's Daughters Greenhouses. And then I actually seed a lot of our other zinnias, but these are the best, and my dad seeds them every year, so I just go there because the seed is actually really expensive unless you're buying it in bulk. So, you know, you kind of have to cut corners certain areas, you know.
Yep, that's right.
Gardening can be expensive.
It sure can. All right, so we're gonna head back up towards the house here, and on more of a serious note. And I just thought about this when I put the camera onto it, but so in Wisconsin, there's a lot of evergreen trees, but we have had this issue in the past, I don't know how long it's been, probably over 10 years, but it's something that's called needle cast. And basically what happens is these trees start to lose their needles from the inside out. And I'll give you a little bit of a clearer view on this, but you can see right here when the needles are getting like a real dark, almost like purplish color, that's a sign of needle cast, and it's a type of fungus that spreads from tree to tree. So if you've got one tree that has it, chances are the rest of the trees are going to get it as well. So our pine trees out here all ended up getting needle cast, and you know we had an issue with them originally because they're planted along the waterway, and typically pine trees, they like it dry. Most pine trees don't like it wet. They finally got used to that. They've been there for about 4 years now, and they're actually growing. I mean, the one on the end there grew a lot this year, probably at least a foot. It's the first year that they actually grew. Unfortunately, they've got needle cast, and it's hard to tell from here, but if you go up closely and look at the tree there, the insides are all bare, and it's just the outside that have needles. And you can see like that one there is almost done. This one here looked like that, and I had to cut it all to get rid of some of the dead branches. So now these are not going to be susceptible to needle cast. These are green giant arborvitaes, more specifically more of a cedar type tree, and we won't have that issue with these. Okay, back to the colorful, more upbeat stuff that we want to look at here. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. A lot of people have never heard of needle cast, because I've said it before, even to people that live here in the state, and they've never heard of it. So yeah, so now we are, this is the, we've had these beds here, but Casey redid them with all the field stone, and all of these stones are all from the farm fields that surround our house, which is pretty cool. It's kind of cool to have some of that on your, on your property. We've got our birch trees here that we planted that are just finally taking off this year, and typically with trees, they say that the third year for the tree is the year that they really take off. And that is true. I mean, it seems to be with the trees that we've planted, that third year is really what, when you notice the most growth with it. So love the sunflower here and the explosion of sunflowers. The other varieties, the mammoth sunflower, which I'll show you in a minute, is also incredible because it's mammoth, but there's only one sunflower. It's huge and it's great, but there's just one, where here, look at, from this one sunflower, you've got all of these blooms, and that is just really cool. So here's our mammoth sunflower, and I'll get a shot from the other side because you can see that the head is just starting to open there. And that thing is, so its roots are going into the ground. This is a 9-foot tall 2x4. And that thing is at least 2 feet taller. So it's like 11 feet right now. It's huge. we'll go down there and get a closer look. Definitely love me some eucalyptus. Such a cool and unique looking tree. I really wish this could be one that we could leave out all year round, and if we lived in a warmer climate, we could. That'd be great. But we keep this one, and we've got a couple of other ones that I know Casey has shown you in the greenhouse. We keep them going during the winter, and we can enjoy them in the greenhouse. All right, so I'm going to come back around, and we're going to get a glimpse here of the mammoth. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit there. You can see that it's just starting. In the next couple of days, we'll have that thing popping open.
Getting up there.
This is like have you ever heard of that story when you were little? It was called Casey and the Beanstalk.
The BFG.
But yeah, I mean, look at how big that thing is.
Casey and the giant flowers.
That's what, every time I walk by that though, that's what I think of, is like Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, and that one just reseeded itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a perfect spot. It reseeded like right along where the 2x4 is, the corner. You know, we could even kind of tie that thing to the 2x4 if we needed to secure its future in case we get a bad storm. Right. I know you can't see him right now, but I've located a hummingbird in the elm tree back there, the big tree. And we'll see if he or she comes and flies out of there. But for the meantime, we'll just enjoy our view here. I like this view quite a bit. There's a seat right here.
Sitting here? You like that view?
I like that one too. But there's the seat, and I was sitting here the other night and just looking at the arrangement of color in there, and I really like this view.
Yeah, it's a good seat.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into this one here. Look at that, just a sea of beauty and color, lush greenery. This looks so amazing here. As we kind of peer through and look at the next bed there with the snapdragons, zinnias in there. We'll get to that one. I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, I really love these guys. I have no idea what they're called.
Ageratum.
Ageratum. So
They're cut flower variety, so they're really tall.
Cut flower variety, they're very tall. In case you didn't hear that, but I love how soft they are. They're just very, very unique looking. We've got some sunflowers that reseeded and popped up in here. We've got the millet, which our little yellow finch friends like. We've got bird feeders around the property. Oh, you know, this is hard to get on camera right now, but way out there, that's actually the sun peeking through the clouds, and in real life, it's like bright orange, and you can actually see the shape of it. It's really cool.
Oh, the
But
calendula here too. It's really retired, but I'll do a video on this.
so the calendula,
Which other people pronounce it
calendula, as some may call it, and that's what this is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do a video on why I'm leaving those dead heads at the moment.
Okay. All right. We'll stay tuned to see what the reasoning is to leave the dead heads in there, because it goes against everything that we normally talk about. Oh, look at that. A glimpse of all 4 of them there.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous.
It is. And this time of night too, you can really clearly see everything and appreciate it that much more. It's multicolored here. We've got our snapdragons. Yeah, this is just a really cool, fun, colorful bed here. And I know we've showed this, and Casey's talked about this before, but the black on the raised beds really makes all of these colors pop. Even from the beginning when it was just green and we didn't have flowers in here, it just it gives it such a cool facelift. All right, so now we're peering across at this one, the third bed out. We've got some more zinnias in there, another sunflower. Look at this. It's really getting big. And look at that. That looks really good. I know I should wait for that to get quite a bit bigger, but that's going to be so good. Oh my gosh. It's about as tender as broccoli can get. I know. I just pointed that out. I just took a little piece off of it because I couldn't resist. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Come on.
Gotta enjoy it, right?
He's like a little raccoon in the garden. Eating all the good tender stuff.
That was the juiciest piece of broccoli that I've ever had. Going back for more. Just kidding. We'll let him get big so we can come back and enjoy.
We're over here. I just wanted to show we have the Madame Butterfly Snapdragon mix in here. And I know I've showed that in another video, but I wanted to show this one here because I've never seen this color from this variety before. It's got the orange and the yellows. It's almost like a bronze and yellow mixture. And this one's even more fresh in that color. And I'm like, well, maybe it's the bronze and white or just the bronze, but it's just really different looking.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
So
Very
I don't
cool
know
color
if like
combination.
it's just a random like color in the mix. But I thought I was very familiar with all their colors. So maybe there's a color I'm unaware of, but that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a really cool combination. It's cool
Yeah.
to get that yellow and
Yeah,
red.
it's
and
really
white
pretty.
all in one.
Yeah. And what I love about that mix is the double flower on there. It's just, it just like takes snapdragons to a whole nother level, and it just makes it look like an even more prettier, if that could possibly be with a snapdragon, but an even prettier version for cup bouquets because it has more texture to that flower. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
You can smell that sage in there. I'm gonna cut the sage the second week in August, not all of it, but some. I'm gonna start bundling sage and rosemary and other herbs combined. We're gonna make earthy smudge bundles. So not your typical regular ones, but ones that can even smell nice in your house and just really, oh, it just smells so good.
So we were were a little worried about the sage in the beginning. Remember, was this the bed that we used the worm castings that were possibly,
With
like
gasoline, I thought.
tainted?
Yeah, so we had our worm castings on the floor in the garage, and all of a sudden I'm like laying worm castings in here and I smell gasoline, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And then Jason goes, oh yeah, I had a little spill in there the other day. I'm like these are bags that absorb, like what do worm castings do, right? They absorb. They're
Right.
meant to absorb.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not, I didn't just like roll the bags on there.
But overall, the sage is a really slow grower, so I do feel that once we cut it, I'm still gonna dig them, plant them into pots, and bring them into the greenhouse. And I have like about 100 pots of white sage in the greenhouse right now. And so we're pretty serious about this, you guys.
But we, because it was a new. Look at this kale. This kale looks like it's like a sea creature. That's so cool.
I know. Now we need to
Ooh.
stop looking at it and start eating it.
Right. Yep. I
I need to get just a little healthier because I feel like you know, like I eat healthy, but like I just snack too much. And whenever I make kale chips, then I snack on kale chips, you know. But it's just
Yeah.
about fitting that time into the day to make it, you know.
Right.
And it's just been.
Yep. I can smell the sage coming because I'm like downwind of it where you were
Yeah,
kind of.
when you shake it around, it just like really fills the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're right up against the house here. So kind of looking out to the south. Just gonna enjoy the views here. All right, well, I think I've covered not everything, that's for sure, but we've gotten a good look at everything back here, and we'll do another one of these real soon. So thanks for spending some time here. Casey and I really appreciate all of your support. If you don't subscribe, please do so. Hit the little bell icon so you can get notified when we do more videos like this. And until next time, take care.